there's more than just the Bannon revelations coming out of the upcoming book by Michael Wolff. Some of it having to go back to the run-up to the actual election and what the goal of the Trump campaign actually was. And so I want to turn to that now. In the book, it says, even though the numbers in a few key states had appeared to be changing to Trump's advantage, this is on election night, neither Kellyanne Conway, nor Trump himself, nor his son-in-law Jared Kushner, the effective head of the campaign, wavered in their certainty. Their unexpected adventure would soon be over. That's the campaign. Not only would Trump not be president, almost everyone in the campaign agreed he should probably not be. Conveniently, the former conviction meant nobody had to deal with the latter issue. Except, oops, he ends up going on to actually win. So they were apparently shocked by that. But so if they didn't think he could win, why was he actually running? Well, apparently Trump, encouraged by Ailes, was in the run-up to the election floating rumors about a Trump network, which we talked about at the time. It was a great future. He would come out of this campaign, Trump assured Ailes, with a far more powerful brand and untold opportunity. However, election day came and it started to look like he was going to win, and this is amazing. Shortly after 8 p.m. on election night, when the unexpected trend, Trump might actually win, seemed confirmed, Don Jr. told a friend that his father, or DJT as he calls him, looked as if he had seen a ghost. Melania was in tears and not of joy.
Wow. Wow. But look, think about it, guys. So why did I say that Trump didn't want to run? I maintained that for years and years and years, all the years he threatened to run, because I thought he had to give up his tax returns. I was wrong about that. Turns out he didn't have to. And he can't have the tax returns out, not just because it shows that he doesn't have as much money as he claimed, but because of potential ties to Russian oligarchs. So it is a fact confirmed by both Eric Trump and Donald Trump Jr. that they have received hundreds of millions of dollars from the Russians. Now, you can say that there are some very fine people that are Russian oligarchs, maybe, but if you're receiving that sum of money from the Russians, there's usually something they ask for in return. And the issue of money laundering, of course, has come up, and specifically in this book. So if in that scenario, it turns out you don't have to give your tax returns running for president. But if you win the presidency, are you really going to be able to survive 4 years without anyone looking at your tax returns? That becomes really, really unlikely. Then you've signed up for something you really didn't imagine or want. Why wouldn't you want to be president? The only reason you wouldn't want to be president is if you are, people are going to find out something you really, really don't want them to find out. In fact, that you'll fire the head of the FBI to make it happen. You'll threaten to fire the attorney general to make sure they don't find out. You'll threaten to fire the special counsel to make sure they don't find out, etc. And Melania, I mean, that's a real side story. It's just like a little bit of schadenfreude, but like, to me, she looks like she's in a hostage video in all the appearances, right? And the swatting away of the hand, these are minor little things, but she's got to be thinking, I didn't sign up for this. I signed up to marry an obnoxious rich guy. But now all of a sudden, the whole world is watching us, and I know what's behind the curtain, and it's not good.
Yeah, another section said that on Inauguration Day, she was nearly in tears too, that he was angry and fighting with her and all that. On Inauguration Day, even though he had the biggest crowd ever. Now there is more though. Really fast though, again, like we talked about whether he actually wanted to win anyway, and he is enough of a narcissist, another thing that Bannon called him in the book, to run just because he thought it would benefit himself later, that his brand would improve, he'd have new deals or whatever. But think about like, if you're a Republican, how cold that is, that you would run thinking you're gonna lose to Hillary Clinton just to help yourself, that you took away the chance that some other Republican would have had. That is cold-blooded. But there's more information.
But can I just say to that, of course!
Well, yeah, of course. I'm just saying, like, if you actually cared about the country. But here's another thing about
party or the party
or your ideology.
What ideology? He has no ideology. The least interesting revelation from the book is Bannon calling him a narcissist. Of course, we all already knew that.
Another section though, early in the campaign, Sam Nunberg was sent to explain the Constitution to Trump. I got as far as the Fourth Amendment before his finger is pulling down on his lip and his eyes are rolling back in his head.
By the way, no, he didn't. Ask Trump right now what the Third Amendment is.
That's true.
He has no idea.
Yeah, and like for Trump's sake, he really should have stuck around at least to the 25th. But anyway, a little bit more for you. So this is, I hope that this causes another little feud. And it's gonna be tough because it's his favorite channel ever. After Trump met with a high-level delegation from Silicon Valley, he reportedly called Rupert Murdoch to give him a rundown. Trump said the meeting went great and Obama was not very favorable to them, too much regulation. Murdoch reportedly ended the call with a shrug saying, "What a fucking idiot." Oh, that's Murdoch.
But but every single person who has met with Trump walked away saying that. Remember, Rex Tillerson famously walked away after he says, "Why don't we make the nuclear arsenal 10 times the size?"
Yeah.
And Tillerson walked out going, "What a fucking moron." Thomas Barack Jr., one of his top funders, Trump's funders and friends, he's a billionaire. Apparently behind the scenes said he's not only crazy, but stupid. Another friend had once said, look, we all know he's a pathological liar. It's okay, he's a good guy, he's a fun guy to hang out with. You just don't trust anything he says. Okay.
Jeez.
If you know the people from inside the White House, why do you think Bob Corker, deeply right-wing Republican senator from Tennessee who voted for those monstrous tax cuts, who votes for everything the Republicans want, why do you think he came out and said, people inside the White House are warning that we're in a dangerous situation? Because anyone who spends a day with Donald Trump walks out thinking that guy's a fucking idiot, and oh my God, he's got his finger on the button, we gotta get him out of there. Well, this is a danger to the world. You just watched a video by the Young Turks, the home of the revolution. If you'd like to get the full show, come join us and become a member. tytnetwork.com/join.